In a previous lesson, we learned how to control our character animation with keyboard. If you want to control with a mobile, what do you have to do? If you select your character, this is a platformer key control, add another box. We want to use mobile control. Select it, everything is done. You don't need to change settings. We change the setting on a node system. If you double click on your character, you can see they add automatic node system for platformer mobile control. It's very easy. We have to assign some setting to control that. Save your project. And if you go to the 3D world map, the mind map, we have a start and 3D world. For a mobile, we need an UI that create on top of our 3D world. And we have to add a 2D image to control something. For doing that, we have to use a UI. You can right click and add a new UI. The UI is a screen create on top of 3D world that you can put your 2D image, buttons, everything on it. So you have to connect UI to the load of the UI. In a UI, from here, you can assign your button. It's very easy. I will be explaining them more. First, let's save it, and I want to tell you this game adventure that I explained it before. You can see you can control this guy with a joystick control. That's interesting and powerful. The design, you can use all of these assets from export them and import them together. You can see this is a nice joystick that we want to control our character with this. So for exporting that, you have to go to the mind map. You can see this is an UI. That joystick button is in a UI. It's here. And for exporting that, you have to go to the UI object, right click, and simply export asset and export it in your folder. Done. Going to our project FBX. And you can simply go to double click. In a mind map, in a UI, and we have to insert it here. It's very simple. You can go to the project file, and what was that? This is a joystick. Click and drag asset here. Interesting. And you can use lots of features to that. You can change the size of that. I will be explaining more this UI, but put it here. Okay. And we need another button. You can use the control button. Don't worry, it's a control button that you have assigned a texture to here for jumping. This you can click and drag it. This arrow here, nice. You can see this is for jumping. Now we have to assign them. I will explain more of these settings. You can click add a sound or anything, but you go to the 3D world, double click to this, and come here. The joysticks send some information, and these controls from here have to receive them. So we explain more this received and send nodes, but you have to connect them with a node. Okay. We are going to our UI joystick here. If you double click your joystick, you can go to the node system of your joystick. It's a start, and it has some settings that you don't need to know in them now, but I will explain it more. But if you select the joystick send, this is a send. It sends something. It's send and receive for connection the nodes with the different area. For example, from this area, we want to send something to this area. So we're going here and change name, event name. It's very important. Name it Joe. Enter. It sends this, and we have to receive exactly this name. Type exactly this name to receive these nodes to here. So click receive, and you can see delete event group. We don't need that. None. And the event name, type again Joe. And they are connecting to each other. But we have a problem here. We cannot use this UI. If you click, it's jump. Just jump. What is the problem? It's not problem, but it's easy. You can see if you come to here, to the 3D world, you can see in the platform mobile control, or in here in the UI, you can see we have two buttons here that we have to assign. This is an run. It means we don't need to run first, but select it none. We have a jump button. We have to assign that button because in a default they are on a screen. A screen means if you touch a screen, this button will be active. This isn't a screen because of this is full screen, and in a UI the screen, you can see the screen is locked and is top of all of the button. If you touch the screen, all of these buttons are below the screen, and that does not work. So we have to assign this button, change this button name here to jump to find it better. Don't worry about these settings. Just jump to better understanding. We need a joystick. In here, you can see we are in a jump, and the jump is a screen. If you open it, you can see this control. Just move them to update the name, and you can see our jump button are here, and we can define to this. Create your button, define in this node. Everything is automatically doing for you. And I think everything is done. And here is a jump, and here is a joystick. Oh, what happened? I think this is for joystick. UI screen, double click on that. In here, you can see it's the name, everything is correct. Yeah, it's sending Jew to that event name. We are receiving the Jew here. Yeah. I don't know, it's a bug, but it's automatically have to change. If you go to the UI, if you select this UI, you can see it does not update event name here. But if I double click here, I change it to Jew. Fortunately, this is a bug. If you select it, you have to rename it again. About Jew, because this is an event name. These settings are exactly the same of these settings. I don't know why is this. Okay, change this event name to Jew. Means it's send its order with this name, and this button receive, this platform receive the Jew, and now you can see our joystick is working. And for avoid such this problem, you have to go to the UI. I will be explaining more. Okay, position your joystick a little bit upper to better aligning your scene. Okay. Now you can see how easily we create a very complex game with this simple node. And here you can jump. I will be explaining more these buttons and their settings.